Okay, leaving Kingshouse Campsite now. What a fantastic campsite that is. Heading up on the trail. It's another beautiful sunny day. Blue skies everywhere. Not a cloud in sight. So, couldn't have wished for better weather, really couldn't. I think towards the end of the week, getting into Kinlochleven, maybe Fort William, it's going to change a little, but absolutely can't complain if I get 5 beautiful days like this out of 7 on the West Highland Way. That's a result. So Tindrum today, about 5 hours, going off my Garmin mapping from a couple of years ago, so relatively short day. It's just gone 9:35, so I should get there for 2:30, 3 o'clock. No rush. Well, I've treated myself to a hotel. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but it was only about £10, £15 dearer than the hiker hut on the campsite, so no brainer, is it? Right, beautiful day. Let's get. A lot of people don't realise the no camping management zone also extends past Loch Lomond. So round about here is Beinglas Campsite, so all along here, along River Fallock, past the Falls of Fallock, you can't camp. To be honest, most of it's on the other side of the road, but there is a little bit here, a little bit, where you cannot camp. And we're here now at the Falls of Fallock, with substantially less water than in the past, because no, it's not. It hasn't rained for about 3 weeks, so the flow is pretty slim, but still really nice. And this is a great spot here where you can get right down on the rocks to get some good footage, some good pictures. Not possible to stand here where I'm stood when there's been a lot of rainfall, but there hasn't, so all good. A lot of people on the this section. I guess it's because most people are going from Beinglas to Tindrum. Unless you're wild camping, there's not a lot of other options, unless you're going to do a really big day and go a lot further. It's coming to a relatively small bridge now, which can be tricky if you've got a full pack on, because that is pretty low, as you'll see when I turn around and show you people coming through.
That's fun.
That is one low bridge.
It is a low bridge.
At the end of this path, in about 1.5 miles or so, is the turn off for Crianlarich. So if you're staying in Crianlarich, obviously you head down there. If you wanted some snacks or drinks or food, or you could head down there, because there's shops down there. The only problem with it is, if you've not done this before, it's about half an hour down into Crianlarich and then half an hour uphill back to where you started from. So you basically put an hour on your journey and it's uphill coming back, so you've got to ask yourself, how much do I want that drink and snack? Can I hang on till Tindrum? In my experience, I've always hung on, I've never been tempted. So let's keep walking. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people on here today. I don't remember seeing this many people, but I did set off from Mulgai on the most popular day, a Saturday. We set off midweek, you don't see as many people, and it is a gorgeous week, so It's going to be busy, isn't it? Onwards and upwards. Just approaching the crossroads now where you can go left with the West Highland Way, or you can go right to Crianlarich. I'm going to have a little sit down for 5, 10, 15 minutes, get my boots off, give my feet a rest. Like I'm not the only one. It's quite a popular little spot by all accounts. Okay, well after a 15-20 minute break, it's time to head off from this spot, where I've never seen so many people. Never seen so many people in this spot. But we're heading off up there. That's the West Highland Way there. So let's crack on. Some deforestation taking place here since the last time I passed through here last year. I know it has to be done, but they really have to do it along the West Highland Way. Oh well. But strangely, they've left that one tree there. Maybe they forgot that one because it was so small. A welcome bit of shade now coming through the forest. I said it before, I'll say it again, I'm not going to complain about the sunshine. But this little bit of shade is a welcome relief just to cool a little bit. Heading now down towards the road, across the main road. And we'll come to a campsite that may or may not be open, called Strathfillan Wigwams. First couple of times I did this, it was open. Little shop, could get coffee, a snack, some food. But for the last 2 years it's closed. Not quite sure why, must be financial reasons I guess. Is it open again this year? I don't know. Find out when we get there, hope so. Get some water. But I don't know. It is a great little opportunity for somebody to open up that campsite. It's in a great spot. Maybe it's just a little too close to Tyndrum. It's less than an hour away from Tyndrum, so maybe a lot of people push on to Tyndrum. I don't know. But we'll see when we get there. Coming down from the forest now. Well, what was left of the forest. And over there, the white building is a farm where we're heading towards, and then along there, Strathfillan Wigwams campsite, or ex-campsite, but that's the direction we're heading now. We're going to go down the hill, across the road and across the river, but yes, still looking really good in terms of the weather. Coming out the forestry section now, and coming to the main road, the A82, which at times can be busy. Not looking too bad today on a Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday today, so need to go. Not sure if Pat is still there in Tyndrum doing the massage. I do remember having one a few years ago. It's in the Tyndrum Inn. Oh, it was a great leg massage and it really helped ease those aching legs. And Pat even managed to find a tick on the back of my leg that I had not seen, so thank you, Pat. Don't know if you're still there or not. Don't remember seeing your room there last year, so maybe you've gone now, but your sign's still here. Okay, West Highland Way, this away. across the bridge, over the river. I think it's the River Fillen or River Phelan, however you pronounce it. River Fillen. I'm going to go with River Fillen. You wouldn't want to get water from here because of all the green algae. Too much green algae in there for me to fancy filtering water from that. Same on both sides. It looks clear, but yeah, way too much algae there. Fingers crossed for Strathfillan wigwams. Even if it's not open, there might be a tap that's still working somewhere. You never know. We can but hope, can't we? And if it's not, we'll manage. It's probably only an hour maximum from here. Oh, hello, little sausage dog. Yeah. Hello, little fella. Yeah, so we've got about an hour, I reckon, to go to Tindrum, and obviously a beer, but get the boots off, the main thing. Get the feet ready for tomorrow. This is the ruins of an old priory, I think it is. St. Phelan. The sign has been weathered in, can't really read it now, but I think that's the ruins over here. Right. Right. These are the ruins of the old priory, what's left of it. Nothing much, as you can see, but there you go. So this old graveyard looks pretty old. How old? I don't know. Does it say on here? Maybe. Ooh, 7th or 8th century. Yeah, that's pretty old then, isn't it? There you go, St. Phelan's or St. Phelan's Priory, dating back to the 13th century. What's left of it, which is obviously not a lot.
Is the road like this the most of the way on now?
Ooh, a nice little bridge here. The river has really dried up due to the lack of water, lack of rain. But yes, not far now to Tindrum, maybe an hour at most. Let's hope. This is the little lochen where allegedly Robert the Bruce threw his sword. But we'll take that with a pinch of salt. Just on the outskirts of Tindrum now, and it's a long path through a very thick field of heather that is clearly not out at the moment because it doesn't come out till the autumn, but it can be very scratchy on the legs if catches you. But yeah, outskirts of Tindrum now, I reckon 15 minutes maximum and I shall be there. Just getting onto the edge of Tindrum now. There's this strange thing which I still don't know what it is. Maybe it's some sort of war memorial, I don't know. And on the edge of the first campsite. On the right here is Tindrum Holiday Park, where there is a very small tenting area. It's primarily aimed at cabins and camper vans, etc. But yeah, it's really nice. And after a longer than expected day today, taken 6 hours, is that right? 6 hours? 6 hours and 16 minutes. We arrive at my treat for tonight. My treat to myself, which is the Muthu Ben Doran Hotel. Not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but I found out it was only a small amount more than a hiker hut around the corner at By the Way campsite. This includes breakfast, so yeah, I think I did mention it, didn't I? Never mind. But yeah, let's see what's like inside. wherever it's like, it's got to be better than a hiker hut. So let's see what £83 including breakfast gets you at the Beinglas Hotel. Room 6. Where is room 6? Here we are. Oh yes. Oh yes, this will do very nicely. Tea, coffee, TV, mirror on the wall. A lovely view outside. I think I'm going to sit outside there in a minute and have a nice cold beer. But yes, I booked a single room, but they've given me an upgrade, if you want to call it upgrade, to a twin. The only advantage of it being twin is it's actually a bigger room. I'm guessing this is the bathroom. Oh my days, a bath. A bath. I was really hoping for a bath and a shower. Get in there, get those legs soaked in a hot bath. Oh yes, absolutely. Is this worth £13 more than the hiker hut? Absolutely. Because if you knock off breakfast, which is included, it's probably only £3-4 difference. Definitely recommend this. I'm going to enjoy my stay here and a proper sleep. See you in the morning. Okay, I am leaving the Beinglas Hotel, and I have to say, room was fantastic. Breakfast was out of this world. Possibly one of the best breakfasts I've had, a buffet breakfast in a hotel, for as long as I can remember. And for about £10-15 more than a hiker hut at, by the way, campsite. That's a no-brainer. I mean, that's no disrespect to, by the way, because 65 quid for a hiker hut, it's about the going rate. That's about right. But for a few quid more, you can, and it had a bath. The room had a bath. I had a bath last night, which was absolutely fantastic. Imagine having a bath halfway along the West Highland Way. Get those tired, aching legs soaked in hot water. So yeah, thoroughly recommend a halfway treat at the Beinglas Hotel. Right, okay, today, big day today. A good 20 miles today. Setting off early. It's about 10 to 8 at the minute, which was partly one of the reasons I booked a non-camping, non-tenting night last night. I wanted to get away really early. Got to go up over past Bridge of Orkney, past Inveroran Hotel, across Rannoch Moor, and past Glencoe Ski Resort and Wild Camp at Kingshouse. So it's a big day. I'll probably stop at Inveroran Hotel for a little bit of a rest, may even have a cheeky pint, we'll see. But yeah, let's go. Just coming through the little village here. Here is where I had hoped to have tea last night, the Real Food Cafe. They do fantastic fish and chips. Been looking forward to it all week. I'd even purposely not had fish and chips on previous nights because I was looking forward to it. Gets here 7:45, closed. I said to the staff, why are you closed? It's only 7:45. Thought it was 9 o'clock in the summer, which it normally is apparently, but apparently shortage of staff. Shortage of staff, that place makes a mint. It's always full. If you're short of staff, you need to up the wages. If you're paying £15 an hour, you're not going to have a shortage of staff. And how busy that place is, you can definitely afford it. Okay, so let's head on through Tyndrum, past the Green Willy, and back on the trail. Green Willy stop, where you can pick up pretty much anything you need, anything you've run out of, anything that you have forgotten to bring with you. you can probably get it there. Not sponsored in any way, shape or form by the Green Welly, but yeah, anything you've lost. Ooh, that reminds me, I lost my towel, didn't I? Well, I didn't lose it. I left it on a blooming fence at Kingshouse Campsite. Wonder if they've got a little towel, micro towel. Let's go and have a look. Yep, managed to get myself a little micro towel. Well, say little, it's large, allegedly. £18. Is that a good price? I don't know. Can't remember what I paid for my last one. I do know that I paid £5 to rent one for one night. So basically £5 to dry myself at the last campsite at Beinglas. So £18, yeah, I suppose not too bad. Right, onwards and upwards. Let's get a move on. Train line here. Morning. Train line. That away. Glasgow. And that away, Fort William. West Highland Way path runs along here for a while. So quiet and peaceful on this path right now. The odd occasional sound of a car going by on the A82 up there, but other than that it's so quiet, so peaceful. It's quite chilly at the minute. It's only about 7 degrees and it's not getting as hot as it has been the last few days. It's not getting to 20, 21, 22. Apparently it's only getting to about 14, 15. That's okay. That's okay. I don't care if it's only 7 degrees as if it doesn't rain. Yeah, chilly but sunny, and the path stretches out in front. A lot of triangular shaped mountains I find in Scotland. Like, obviously they're just mountains, they're not saying like pyramids or anything, but yeah, triangular shaped mountains are quite unusual, and I found a lot in Scotland. And at 7 degrees it is distinctly chilly, if not cool, if not cold, in the shade. I need to get back in that sunshine over there ASAP. Yeah, it's going good actually. My one tip on this big section here, if you're doing it, is walk on the grass wherever possible. You see a little bit of grass alongside the path, walk on it, because that Rannoch Moor road, old military road, is very, very cobbly and very tough on the feet. So see a bit of grass, walk on the grass. Little tunnel now under the main road. Not as small as that one previously, that was extremely small. This one's fine. Always wet here, even though it's not rained for weeks. Always wet, so it can be slippy. Like that. Sunshine soon, hopefully. A little bit warmer. I think the big pointy mountain in front of us is called Beinglas or Beinglas. Probably murdered that pronunciation, but you know what I mean. And the West Highland Way goes along the base of that all the way through the valley. The river here, or what was a river, is actually dried up to a trickle. Just over 2 hours in now, and hopefully be at the Bridge of Orkney in about an hour, hopefully. I say hopefully because I could do with using their facilities. Know what I mean? Deforestation seems to be going on in a lot of places now. A lot of hillsides are being ravaged, the trees taken down. I can see this in 10 years time being completely bare, which is a shame. I know everybody needs wood, but and I don't see a lot of planting going on, replanting. I see those stakes like we saw a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday, in the ground that looks like they're replanting a load of new trees, but you look in the tubes, there's nothing in them. And it's been like that for a couple of years, so it's not like they've only just put them in last month. For the last 2 years I've assumed that trees were growing in those tubes, and they're just not. So hopefully they'll keep some of the trees, because it's starting to look bare in places. And there we have it in the distance. Not sure if you can see it, but just about there's a little white building. That is the hotel, Breathtaking Hotel. It's quite breezy, windy at the minute, so I won't walk as I'm filming, because that'll just make the microphone pick the wind up here even more. It's been a lovely walk, as per. Making good time too. 2 hours 20 minutes. I reckon I'll be at the hotel in 3 hours. That's good time. I was working on 4, so 3 is good. As we approach the little Breathtaking train station, just over there you can see what was the old train station itself, I guess, which has now been turned into like a little bunkhouse, so you can stay there. Don't get disturbed by too many trains, because there's not that many come through. But yeah, you can stay there if you don't want a wild camp at Breathtaking and you don't want to pay £200 a night at the hotel. I'm not sure how much it is, but yeah, it's an option. And just a stone's throw from the station, these are new. These weren't here last year. Looks like they're not ready yet, but looks like they've put in a few pods up here, maybe a little shared area, and more pods down there. There you go, new development coming soon. Ah, that looks nice. 60 mile in. Just the main road to cross, and here we are at the hotel. Baggage transfer man's here, loading up. So in we go. Lovely cup of coffee there at the hotel. And this is the bridge of the Breathtaking. And you know what? In all the years I've been coming here, I have never seen so little water. That is the least water I have ever seen here. So dry. Short walk up from the hotel at the River Oki. We come to another ravaged landscape that 5 years ago I'm pretty sure was all trees here, and just gone. Not sure what that does for the environment in terms of water and the soil saturation, etc., but can't be good. Just see the hotel down there in the distance, and the path zigzags up this hill, or as you Americans would say, switchback, and tent just up ahead of me. And I don't suppose it really matters, but I always thought one of the main Oh, one of the things of wild camping is try and be inconspicuous. Bright orange tent. Couldn't get more conspicuous, could you? Who buys a bright orange tent to go camping? Wild camping, I mean. Oh well, none of my business. And after just about 30 minutes or so, maybe 35 minutes, we get to the top of this hill. I'm going to be treated with some great views. There you go, look at that. Hello.
You're not on your own.
You've got Loch Tulla there on the right hand side. Down there in the distance, you may or may not be able to make out the Inverrowr Hotel. And the trail goes around the forest, through the valley. And here we have it, the Inverrowr Hotel. It's only just opened 5 minutes ago and already very busy. This is new. I wasn't there last year. Let's head on in there to the bar and get ourselves a beer. I think we've deserved a beer, don't you? It's a bit early, but it's the last stop before Kingshouse. Well, had a pint there at the Inverrowr Hotel. However, I'm not sure what's going on with that place. Once again, the toilets are closed off. Nadia said it's lack of water. And I know it's not rained for a few weeks here, however, the water tap outside is still running. For everybody who walks past is topping up their water bottles. So I'm not quite sure how there can be a lack of water for the toilets. It's like they just don't want us hikers using the toilets anymore. One time it was just the morning that they were blocked off, now it's lunchtime and they're blocked off too. That's not okay. It's not okay, Nadia. I don't believe that it's lack of water because the running tap outside, everybody's filling up. Especially if people are in your bar spending money buying drinks. Let them use the toilet, for goodness sake. Apparently this is Victoria Bridge. I always used to think back there where the wild camping was Victoria Bridge, but apparently this is that. Now we've got the Drovers Road all the way to Kingshouse. Which can be tough on the feet. So nice cushiony boots are recommended on here. Apparently built by Thomas Telford, amongst a lot of other things that Telford seems to have built. Quite busy, if you can see the people up ahead. On this section, I think everybody's on the same sort of time scale, so you're going to get a big clump of people together. Quite tough on the feet, this military road, very rocky, bouldery, tough on the feet, but it is what it is. Leaving behind the forestry section now and all those people who are together taking a rest, we are now opening up onto the vast expanse of Rannoch Moor. Not sure whether those people are camping up there or taking a rest, but they found a little spot I've not noticed before. But yeah, Rannoch Moor here, if you've got a beautiful sunny day like today, you're completely exposed. There's no trees or any sort of shade until you get to Kingshouse. But yeah, what a beautiful day. I said that every day, and that's because every day it's true. Beautiful day. Rannoch Moor is a completely different place when it's bad weather. Completely different. Time for a sit down now, I think, on this little bridge. Had the boots off for 10 minutes. have a rest. This will do fine. Just as a big horde of people are coming. Look at them, hundreds of them. Getting close to the peak now of this section across Rannoch Moor. I've been walking this last section with James and Matt, who I met a couple of days ago. And how's it going, lads?
Yeah, good. Going good. Better than yesterday.
Yeah. If you just look up ahead there, you can see a crowd of people, and I'm hoping that the people just at the top, I'm hoping that's the top, and then hopefully it'll be a nice downhill run from there. Still looking to get in about 5 o'clock. I think we're still on schedule for that, so let's see how that goes. Don't know if you can see it from here, but just down there, nestled in the trees there is Kingshouse, and up on your left you've got Glencoe Ski Resort. You might just be able to see the chairlift, and that right ahead is Glencoe Valley. Absolute amazing views. This is why I keep coming back. It's at this point, if you go and stop in at the ski resort, you veer off that way, but Kingshouse is down this way. Just arriving now at Kingshouse. Public toilets and showers here. Actual hotel over there. Bunkhouse is just around this corner here, where you've got the bunkhouse. You can come over the bridge and try and find yourself a nice camp spot. Unusually, there is space here down by the river, which is unusual. I thought that would have gone by now, but it hasn't. So we'll see. Found a spot. So here she is, all pitched up at the back of the hotel, Kingshouse Hotel. Beautiful view there, look at that. Hey, fantastic view that. Although I must say, the guy on reception, don't know whether he was the manager or just on reception, but he was a right snotty guy. He whined and complained that I had my bag dropped here, but I wasn't staying here. I'm going to be spending 30, 40, 50 pound on food tonight, tomorrow morning, beer tonight. What's your problem? No other hotel has a problem. Why do you have a problem, Kingshouse Hotel? You want customers? Because we can just as easily go stay at the ski resort. Your choice.